Hey Leo, how's it going? Welcome to your May 2025 reading. What I'm going to do is a past, present, and future spread. I will clarify the cards and I will give you a card for your overall energy of the reading. So let's get started. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Leo in your past position. Past position. So first card is is King of Cups. Come on, camera. Oh goodness, hang on. Knight of Swords. Let's see if this is all right. There we go. And Queen of Cups. Wow. All right. What do we have for the current energy for Leo for the month of May 2025? We have the Eight of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Emperor. Move these a little bit. What do we have for your future energy, spirit, please and thank you? King of Swords, High Priestess, and the King of Pentacles. Overall energy for the reading is justice. All right. So let's talk about this first row before I start clarifying. In your past position, King of Cups, Knight of Swords, Queen of Cups. I am getting this for some of you. This could be love, and I am getting that. The King of Cups and the Queen of Cups have an emotional depth towards them. They are counterparts, and with the Knight of Swords is perhaps maybe something needs a little bit more clearer communication and direct. When I say directness, I don't mean it in a rude way. I just mean more communication, opening it up, not getting too emotional about things, remaining emotionally balanced like the King of Cups represents, and emotionally mature as the Queen of Cups represents. um and again, you have a lot of air cards here, which speaks of clarity, communication, and trying to be clear on things, right? With the current energy, you have the Nine of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Emperor. I am getting, in the current position, there's some kind of struggle, right? Could be for stability. Again, Page of Swords could be something with the communication, um, and being direct. The Emperor is someone who is direct, ready to go at a moment's notice, right? In your future position, you have the King of Swords, High Priestess, and King of Pentacles. Again, I'm going to clarify everything. I'm just kind of giving a brief, quick info on these cards we have here. So, some of you, there's some type of intuitive hit like you're getting, or you need to really look within for guidance and decision making here. Um, both intellectually and practically, right? Because we know with the swords it's all about being intellectual as well, and the pentacles speak of being practical and some type of stability here as she sits here on her throne per se, right? So let's go ahead and get to it. And with the Justice card, it is about the balance, right? Because she has the I don't know why I'm losing my train of thought as to what the word is, but anyway, it's about balance and clarity, right? But let's start going. Why is the King of Cups here in your past position for Leo? Why is the King of Cups here? I've seen the Ace of Wands a few times, so I'm wondering if it's going to come out here in your reading. Okay, so we have the three of wands. Why is the Knight of Swords here? Knight of Swords. This could, for a lot of you, I do feel like it's some type of relationship, whether it's a work relationship or a love relationship. Take it as it resonates. Okay, so with the Knight of Swords, you have the Four of Wands. Why is the Queen of Cups here? Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups, King of Cups. Well, I mean, Leo, again, it's here. There's a really strong bond with someone here, and I am feeling like this could be love. You could be married to this person actually, or even engaged. I don't know. I am leaning more towards this is a love reading, but let's keep going. I just feel like there's uncertainty here in some way. I'm not getting negativity, but there's somebody could be flying home, um, or there could be distance somewhere. But I feel, you know, there's decisions to be made. There's something underlining here that needs to be addressed, okay? And I'm getting a lot of energy, and when I get that, it becomes very overwhelming, and then I feel discombobulated, and maybe that's how some of you feel right now. But let me start focusing on the current and future position to get more of a better idea of what's going on here, a clearer picture. Um, and this could be, perhaps this individual has family or children, is what I just got from, cards are flying on the floor. Hang on. From a previous relationship. So there could be something with the home and adjusting with that. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Why? Wait. Yeah, Eight of Swords, Eight of Swords here for Leo. Why is the Eight of Swords here for Leo? Knight of Cups. Are you hesitant? Let's see, Page of Swords. Are you hesitant to get into something? It's like I'm starting to get the energy like somebody is ready and somebody may not be, but it feels right. Are we still trying to heal? Why is the Emperor here? The Emperor. Jeez, your cards are flying everywhere. And this is the second time I've seen the five of swords come out on the floor with other cards coming out, but that's the same one that came out the last time they fell. Okay. So, and then you have the Emperor and the death card. Um, Give me a minute. I can't help but get the feeling like you've been hurt or betrayed previously. For some of you, it could be from this person. And I'm not really one to tell you to go to somebody from the past, okay? And you need to figure if this resonates with you. But there's a sense here of, yes, you've been hurt, you've been betrayed, okay, sorry about that. Um, and that you have to carefully consider some kind of option or offer here. Okay. And I do feel like this is something that's triggering you right now because it's kind of like you don't know what to do, but this is part of your transformation through this process, whatever this is for you, because there's so many energies right now. Like it's overwhelming. And perhaps I'm just getting the feelings that are coming from you as a collective, but this is a deep transformation. You have two major arcanas, and I feel like you are being spiritually guided and protected to move forward with things and, work through healing whatever it is that happened prior. Um, I mean, it's like it's time to get up and go and move forward. Like it's time for a new direction. It's time to like get ready. Like it's don't live in fear. Don't live in the unknown. I'm looking at these cards, they have gray in the background, which to me speaks of fear and unknown, discomfort, right? Uneasy feeling. Um, but it's not dark forever, right? The sun comes out, it doesn't rain all day, forever. It After the rain, the sun does come out, the light does come out again. And maybe some of you lost the whole idea of love in general, and you're trying to find that back and get that back. But I mean, this is a pretty big deal. This isn't anything light. I mean, you have counterparts here. You had the King of Cups twice here. So that's the energy I'm getting. So let's see what's going on with this last row. Why is the King of Swords here in your Future position, King of Pentacles. You got the King of Pentacles. Why is the High Priestess here? Why is the High Priestess here? Some of you may need not to try so hard to force things to fit. Go with the flow, okay? Go with the flow. And don't bring things from your past relationships. And if like somebody doesn't text you back immediately, don't start comparing that person to the person that did that to you the last time. Somebody could truly be busy. Let's see. High Priestess, Two of Wands. Yeah, like somebody is moving in your direction, and I feel like you're gonna know it. You're gonna feel it. The King of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords. So let's talk about this. Okay, I can't help to say this, but now I'm feeling like there could be two people, a past person and a new person. That is what I'm getting. So, there is a need to have to really go within and be honest with yourself and like if there's two people and one person is from your past that you've had relationships with or you've kind of done things with, whatever, I'm going to leave it at that. Like there's some type of, I feel like, illusion that maybe you think you see something that's not really there, or you keep telling yourself like, oh, they're going to change or they can be better. When someone shows you their true colors, believe them. Okay. If they don't show you who if they don't show you, you can't instill your values onto someone else and expect them to change, right? Actions speak louder than words. Um, be realistic with yourself and be honest and very direct with yourself on what it is you truly want. And for one of these people here, it's like deep down, like that's not the person for you. Like you need to move on. It's like there's this fork in the road for you to say, do I go left or do I go right? Do I go east or do I go west? Um, and if this, for some of you, maybe this is a move of some sort, right? Um, but there's a feeling in the future that there is a major decision that needs to be made, and there's some serious introspection that needs to be done. You really need, excuse me, you really need to think about it and not be impulsive in making this decision. Um, and determining what it is that makes you happy, right? If someone's cheated on you and you don't trust them, do you really think you're going to trust them again? No matter what they say, you're going to always have that deep down gut feeling like, what if they this? What if they that? Is that really a way to live? Is that really a healthy relationship? No. So be honest with yourself and also take yourself out of it and put it as if it's, if you have older kids, if they were in this kind of a relationship, what would you tell them? Or a best friend, right? What would you tell them? And be honest. With the King of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords, there is just conflicting energies in your love life. Like I don't know how else to say that, because to me this to me is speaking of a love reading. Um and I read intuitively, so that is just how I feel. I think, for some of you, someone could have cheated on you. Maybe they're financially stable, but they're not faithful, right? I don't feel like that's for everybody. I feel more of don't manipulate words or tiptoe around the truth. Okay? Again, you have a lot of air cards here, which speaks of communication, clarity, openness, honesty, and cutting through the BS. All right. Let's see why the Justice card is here. I mean, your reading's pretty straightforward. It's like you have somebody who is meant for you, and I feel like that's going to be the newer person, and the old person is no longer for you. Like you're outgrowing that. But this is a lesson you have to learn. Like this is kind of the universe saying, "Okay, are you ready? Like, hey, are you ready? Did you learn this lesson yet or not?" Justice card, well, two wants to come out. You have the eight I mean, the Seven of Pentacles and the Hermit. Again, it speaks of introspection. You have two major arcanas here. I do feel like you need to give time if for this if you go forward with this new relationship, give it time. There's no reason to rush, okay? And some of you, don't jump into something. Make sure that the other parts of your life are in balance before you jump into a relationship, because if things aren't where they need to be for you in a good healthy way as best as possible, right? Because nothing can ever be perfect. But if you have a lot going on and there's something you can't really commit to or be patient with at this time and working through things or starting something, then give yourself that time. But, any relationship requires hard work, right? Especially the longer you're in it. And just sit back. I feel like for some of you, you need to hear that, like, you need to ask yourself what it is you really want, truly what it is you really want and look for in someone. um to me, you want someone who's invested in you. You want someone who thinks things through, right? And I feel like there is a good balance coming through for you, but there's something here that you need to, I don't know if I can, deal with, handle, figure out before this can take place. And it's going to be different for each and every one of you. I hope this reading has helped. If so, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Keep standing in your power, and I'll see you soon. Bye.